Now, more Game Night with Josh Hennig on 97.3 ESPN and on the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Josh Hennig back here on Game Night, 97.3 ESPN FM, the 97.3 ESPN mobile app powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City. And as promised, he's back. Tropicana in Atlantic City is going to be Friday, July 26th. So Friday night fights, basically, for Justin Figueroa. He'll be getting back in the ring with Boxing Insider Promotions. We got Justin in the studio, also Larry Goldberg joining us here on 97.3 ESPN. Justin, welcome back in the studio. How you doing, my man?
Josh, man, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited for this event. July 26th, a Friday night. Friday night lights, man. A fight on a Friday night, that's crazy. The house is going to be packed, middle of summer. This is the event of the summer, and I can't wait.
So let's backtrack a little bit because we haven't had you on since your last fight. So for you, you won the fight, but talk to the audience. What does a boxer do when the fight is done? Like, how do you recover? How do you hit that reset button? Because if anybody follows you on social media, they're following you on Instagram, you went on vacation and you're still working out. You're still doing training. So talk to the audience about where that mindset is, because you went on vacation, quote unquote, but you weren't exactly just laying around the beach.
Yeah, so I changed the scenery up after my fight. I went out to Miami. I have a good friend out there that owns Mango's Cafe on Ocean Drive in Miami. So if you're in Miami, check out Mango's Cafe. I have a good friend out there who owns that, and I was hanging out with him in Miami, me and my girlfriend. And training is just a lifestyle for me. I just love training, and I took it down a notch. I didn't have to train so hard and kill myself, but the weather was nice out there, so I loved to, go on a run. The scenery was nice. I'm running out there in Miami, checking out the streets of Miami, checking the gyms out, shadow boxing on the water. It's just, boxing is a part of my life. It's a lifestyle for me. It never stops.
So now, you say it's a lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So when you come back from Florida, okay, what is the next step for you? Like, where do you go from, okay, I did some work, light work in Florida for you. When you come back, where does your mind go next? Like, talk to us about, all right, so I went from my little vacation, took some time off, Florida, you and your girl, got away from New Jersey, got away from everything, right?
Right, yes, sir.
Then what's next?
So I think I went to Miami for about a week, and then I came home and got right back with my team. And we just got right back into work, right back in the gym, training 2-3 times a day still, and just putting in the work because we know that we're not where we want to be yet. And myself and my team knows that I am not that complete fighter yet, so we're constantly just working, and getting ready for the next date, getting ready for the next fight. We're constantly excited to learn and keep getting better every single day. So as soon as I got back from vacation, it was like, hey, coach, where you at? Let's go. Let's get back in the gym ASAP right now. And he's calling my phone up and saying the same exact thing. All
right, so I got to nitpick a little bit.
Let's do it.
You say you're not where you want to be.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
So it's very, very rare for a fighter to just come into the pro game and be a made complete fighter unless he comes out of the Olympics. And a lot of those guys from the Olympics, they still have to transfer from amateur boxing to professional boxing. Slowing down the pace. The rounds are longer. It's a different style of fighting. No headgear, smaller gloves, and for me, it's tough because I'm fighting in front of a pretty large crowd. There's a lot of pressure, which I don't find it me having a lot of pressure on me. But my last fight, I felt like I need to deliver. So I believe in the second round, I started tattooing my opponent a bit. Start stepping on him a bit, and then I dove in and broke my base because I started rushing my work, wanting to get the opponent out of there and put on a good show for my people. And I ended up making a mistake, and I paid for that mistake. So I learned patience, man. When you become a professional, it's all about patience, and that's what that is.
Talking with Atlantic City's own Justin Figueroa, joining us here on Game Night on 97.3 ESPN. Tropicana, Atlantic City, Friday, July 26th. Larry, jump on that microphone for a minute. So when you hear a fighter like that talk about, hey, I got to come back and I got to get better. I got to get back in the gym. I got to learn. When you hear all that, you've been around the boxing game for decades, Larry. What is your reaction to that?
I'm going to embarrass Justin a little bit. I was thinking about what to say on the drive over here, and what I came up with was this: Atlantic City is in a weird rebuilding stage, and Atlantic City needs a star, and Atlantic City needs a hero. Justin, you are that guy at this time. This is the future of Atlantic City. Atlantic City has a star. Atlantic City has a prospect. Atlantic City has something that they can be proud of and they can watch. So what I think of is he knows the journey. He's on the journey, and he's going to be an Atlantic City story for the next 50 years. That's sort of where I see Justin.
Now, with that being said, Larry Goldberg from Boxing Insider Promotions. Before we get back to you, Justin, Larry, let me hit it back to you real quick, because you just mentioned how he's a rising star. His star is drawing people to the card now. We're now seeing you making announcements for this card that, I got to be honest with you, Larry, I don't know how many of those people might necessarily be jumping on the card if Justin wasn't a part of it.
Justin is the lightning rod that other things are going to happen because of. And like I said, he has that star power. He has that star quality. I think I said this on, I think it was on the AC Mike show on the phone, and he was blushing a little bit. They were telling me, and I said, you don't know what it is, but you just know what it is. And Justin is that fighter, and he is that person that, like I said, Atlantic City needs. Atlantic City has somebody that they can believe in, and they can watch his career go. And that's, like I said, I'm very excited, and I think Justin gave a perfect answer. He knows he's not where he wants to be, and it's always going to be a constant, situation of just getting better and better.
It's funny because you both have mentioned, this is the right time, the right place, the right fighter. That, not to get all, preacher at the, up at the pulpit on you, but
preach, Josh. Come on.
There's the saying, you come into the kingdom for such a time as this, right?
Okay.
So, how do you feel about the idea that you have come into this moment at this point in time, Justin?
I do feel that it is a big responsibility that I hold, and I'm trying my best. And I would like to add that I am not perfect, but I am trying my best to be a great role model for the next generation to come up. I am trying to be that star that, not a star, but someone that everyone can look up to and kind of get that inspiration and motivation they need. Somebody that they can touch, somebody they can feel, somebody they could talk to, take a picture with. And when they experience that moment, now they can take that back with them to their everyday lives and strive to be their own star in their own life. So I feel like it's definitely a big responsibility, the position I am in. And even though when I said it's pressure with all the people coming out, it's no pressure. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I love it. I love the ups and the downs, and I wouldn't want to be doing it any other way and anywhere else.
What I think is interesting is you talk about, you understand, you see, you hear, you're aware. And in the fight game, being aware is half the battle. When you're in the ring, you got to be aware. You just mentioned, hey, you said I got off my base, and that's how my opponent took advantage. So it takes that awareness for you to grow, right? So
yes.
For you, how has being aware, having the self-awareness, helped you as a fighter and as a person?
The self-awareness, man. I think I've always had great reaction and awareness when I play sports. So I think that was almost, I don't want to say God-given, but I guess I've been playing sports and boxing my whole life. So my awareness in sports is pretty well because I've been in sports my whole life. But in life, I don't know. I just became a bit of a loner, I want to say. I spend a lot of time alone. And I do a lot of thinking when I'm alone, and all my thinking is in one spot. It's this, boxing, here in Atlantic City. What can I do to get to the next level? How can I get better every single day? So everything I do and everything I think about is always trying to get to that next level and put me in the right place. So that's where I'm at.
Now, you mentioned Atlantic City, Tropicana, Atlantic City, last fight and the next fight. What was the first environment like for you when you walked out? And what is your expectation for the next event?
You said what was the first feel? Talking about the last event or just in general?
The last one.
The last event, Atlantic City shows up every single time. Ever since even my pro debut, Atlantic City comes out. They come out to scream, to yell. If they could get in the ring and fight too, I think they would. So I don't even think I'm allowed to lose in Atlantic City because I think the whole Atlantic City might trample the ring and call. Now I'm playing. Yeah, but Atlantic City always comes to show out, and I'm always coming to show out in Atlantic City. The last event was such a success, as you can see in the videos from the press. A lot of people came to see what's going on. Who is this guy? Who is Boxing Insider Promotions? And I believe we delivered the last event. And this event coming up, like I said, this is going to be the event of the summer.
Speaking of Boxing Insider Promotions, Larry Goldberg, let me flip it over to you real quick. Obviously, the last event, great turnout, not just for Justin, but for the entire card that night. Correct. For you, when you're looking ahead to the next event and you're saying, okay, you're building this next card, what goes into it for someone like yourself?
I mean, the last card was a pinch me moment. I had worked at Tropicana many years ago. I had interned for an MMA event there many years ago. So to come back and actually get to promote at the showroom was really a dream come true. To work with the staff of the Tropicana, everyone there was professional and made it look very easy because they're so good at what they do. It was a really good experience. I think that, Justin was the lightning rod that, we built the card around, and it was a mix of New Jersey and New York talent. And the next card is, like I said, it's going to be even bigger and better. I was waiting till tomorrow to make the announcement, but I mean, David Weinberg mentioned it on Twitter today. Bruce Seldon Jr. will be on the next card as well. He's going to be fighting. We've got who I'm thinking. There's two names I'm thinking of that I can't quite say today, but will be huge. We have a couple really good made fights and a couple good prospect fights. We have the number one 165-pound prospect in the world. He just won nationals. Was voted the number one fighter in all of the Golden Gloves nationally, and he's going to be fighting his second fight on the undercard. And my goal with this series is to just continue to bring the best of boxing to Atlantic City, and we're going to be going. I can't confirm any fighters, but I can say that we're probably going to go again in October as well.
What we can confirm is Justin Figueroa back at Tropicana, Atlantic City, Friday, July 26th. Now, Justin, you and I will talk again before the fight gets closer. We'll have you back on.
Oh, we're going to be stalking you for a cover on the station. Don't think we're not.
Well, you guys got my number.
I know. That's what I'm letting you know.
Justin and I, we've connected on social media, so we're around. But before I let you go from the radio show, Justin, for you, tell the audience, give them a little look into what just-in-time Justin Figueroa's life is going to be like as you prepare for the next fight.
Just a lot of preparation. Definitely want to get a lot of mark. It's tough because I would like to say I'm a workhorse inside the ring and outside the ring. I definitely want to get the name and the event, get the word out for everyone. So I'm going to be working my tail off doing that. And then, of course, training like a madman, training like an animal inside the ring. So I will deliver July 26th in the ring, but I also want to deliver outside the ring with marketing me, Larry G, and also with your help also. Like I said, event of the summer. This is it, event of the summer. Don't miss it. Be there or be square, I guess is the saying.
Absolutely. We'll talk more soon. Justin Figueroa, Atlantic City's own. Friday, July 26th, Boxing Insider Promotions at Tropicana in Atlantic City as we wrap up the Power Hour known as Game Night on 97.3 ESPN. Josh Hennig hanging out with you guys on a Monday night. Keep it tuned here, 97.3 ESPN. Follow Justin. Real quick, Justin, plug the Instagram real quick.
My Instagram is Justin, Justin, time, Time, and Figueroa, Figueroa. Justin Time Figueroa. That's me on Instagram.
So give him a follow on there. Also, Boxing Insider Promotions. It's the same on Instagram and on Twitter. You give them a follow as well. And we'll keep you guys updated on all the news and events as well over at 97.3ESPN.com.